Good day, everyone. My name is Janice R. Vertudaso.
I am Carl KG Mel Valenzuela. Our topic for today is about lecture and laboratory science teaching. Before that, here are the objectives. The student will able to know the following: to know what is lecture and its purpose, what is laboratory teaching method, and what are the steps in laboratory method. Lecture, from the Greek word lecture, meaning reading, is an oral presentation intended to present information or teach people about a particular subject. In lecture science teaching, there are methods of lectures. Lecture method. Lecture method is the most commonly used method of teaching science. It is the teacher-controlled and information-centered approach in which the teacher works as a sole resource in classroom instruction. The teacher classifies the content matter of the student by doing gestures, sample devices, by changing voice, change in position, and facial expressions. The teacher are more active and students are passive, but the teacher also asks questions to keep the student attentive. Purpose of lecture. Number 1. Give general information on a subject. Number 2. Gain acceptance for a new point of view. Number 3. Change basic attitude. And number 4. Teach a particular skills. A good lecture must take care of time available, the audience, subject matter, posture, appearance, manner, gesture, voice, vocabulary, and use of audiovisual and background. Laboratory teaching assumes that the first-hand experience in observation and manipulation of the materials of science is superior to other methods of developing understanding and appreciation. They have 5 groups of objectives that may be achieved through the use of the laboratory in science classes. Number 1 is skills: manipulative, inquiry, investigative, organizational, and communicative. Number 2, concept. For example, hypothesis, theoretical model, and taxonomic category. Number 3, cognitive abilities, critical thinking, problem solving, application, analysis, and synthesis. Number 4, understanding the nature of science, scientific enterprise, scientists and how they work, existence of a multiplicity of scientific method, interrelationship between science and technology, and among the various disciplines of science. Number 5, attitude. For example, curiosity, interest, risk-taking, objectivity, precision, confidence, perseverance, satisfaction, responsibility, consensus, collaboration, and linking science.
Laboratory teaching method. It utilizes raw data or materials, things to produce better understanding of the subject matter or lesson. And also it's using reality instead of symbols. Reality has more vividness, investigatory, or experimental. However, laboratory teaching method is one of the important methods of teaching science, and it forms an integral part of effective science teaching. Under this method, teachers encourage the students to derive various scientific laws and principles on their own by getting personality involved and experiment work. In laboratory teaching method, there are 2 major types: the situation and demonstration. Situation, where students work, and laboratory, and this is situation students work informally and pairs or groups where equipment cannot go around all students individually. The second one is demonstration. It is a process of presenting or establishing facts or principles. It is produced of doing or performing something in the presence of others, or either as a means of showing them how to do it or illustrating a principle. In major goals of laboratory work, there are three. One is teaching manuals and observation skills relevant on the subject. The second one is the improving understanding of methods of scientific inquiry. The third one is developing problem solving and the way by soft skills. There are advantages in laboratory teaching method. The first one is students learn by doing and come in contact with a raw data or materials object in teaching learning process. Second, develops the power of reservations and reasoning. Third, develops the scientific attitudes. Fourth, gives understanding of what research is and how to apply the scientific method of research. Fifth, gives training in organizing data gathered from raw materials object and how the object of emulate to attend the objects. If there's advantages, there are also disadvantages. So the disadvantages of laboratory teaching method is, first is an economical way of learning and time and materials. Second, does not give much training and verbal expressions, and when the same equipment is used most of the time, its use becomes mechanical. Steps in laboratory method. The first one is preparation. The important preparations is that everyone knows exactly what he is going to do or to do it correctly and timely. Actual work is students work under the provisions of the teacher, and in the groups, within a groups or individual working on a portion, phrase, or stage of a problem, and all works must be recorded for continuity of the task. The last one is culminating activities. Reporting work on by individual or groups disciplinary sessions of the class. And after tripod, there is an open forum for the discussion, questions, generations, conclusions are made. That's all for our report about lecture and laboratory science teaching. Thank you for watching and listening. God bless us all.